We clear, ready to transmit. Pro fan hoops on the court, we got the game lit. Not talking highlight reels just for the common glance. We talking dedicated skills, taking every chance. From logo threes to rebounds, Chicago got the me-bounds. Asia got 3 chips, Las Vegas Aces in the town. You tune into the channel if you want to get the facts. Women's basketball is fire, no need to relax.
What's going on, good people? We talking hoops today. Pro Fan Hoops is in the building, y'all. Hope you like the intro, man. Been working on some things. Haven't really had an opportunity to really stream for hoops because I've been hot and heavy with the Eagles. You know how I do. But had to jump on the hoops channel, man. We got USA basketball now. That is a thing. Everybody's going nuts. I saw all the footage. Caitlin Clark hitting threes. She's back on the court. Guess who's back? All of that kind of stuff. And that's all well and good. That's all well and good. But let me see something real quick. My second screen. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Transition. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So yeah, this was everywhere. Caitlin Clark's back on the court. Now, y'all know me as my second favorite Indiana Fever player, my number one being Kelsey Mitchell. That's my home girl. Went to my high school. I was good friends with her dad. But yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a Caitlin Clark fan. But people are losing their minds because she hit a couple of threes on some practice highlights. And she's back and she's this, that, and the other. happy to see her back on the court. But I always advise people slow your roll a little bit, pump your brakes a little bit. This is way before. I don't think anybody's got any reason to think that she won't make the team, barring another injury or something like that. The U.S. team is going to be stacked. But the one thing that I've realized after watching the last two seasons of the WNBA, after watching the last, 4 or 5 seasons of the women's NCAA, and all of the foreign players that's infiltrating and doing work. All the players in the WNBA now, Gabby Williams, Dominique Malonga, what's the girl? What's the girl that plays for Golden State? That they got two French girls, Ami here, and what's the girl? I can't remember her name. She plays for the Valkyries. She was balling at the end, and of course, Johannes that plays for New York. She's got skills. So all of the teams get nasty international talent. Now the problem is the talent, with the exception of France, they're scattered everywhere. France, in my opinion, has the lion's share of the good players playing in Eurobasket and playing overseas, but you got a lot of good players everywhere. So the U.S. team is definitely going to be challenged. But what I did not realize was how much time they had until it's time for them to go to the tournament. I don't think they play in the tournament until like 2026, like in September or something like that. So that's a lot of things that can happen. What's going on, Whitney? Hi, back to you. I appreciate you. Appreciate you jumping in. So it's good to see the women's basketball. They're gonna have a bomb squad with Caitlin and Paige and Angel and Lauren Betts. And I know there's a bunch of other ones that I'm forgetting. Let me see if I can get that. Obviously, Coach Carol Lawson. Carol Lawson is catching a little flack right now because Duke ain't doing too great. So Natalie Nakase, Golden State, Coach of the Year, rightfully so. Nate Tibbetts, Stephanie White, what she did with Indiana with Caitlin Clark being hurt, and we were one Kelsey Mitchell injury away from getting to the title game. So, and I tell anybody, if Kelsey Mitchell doesn't run out of gas, and I say run out of gas because literally that's what happened to her. Her body literally had nothing left to give, and she locked up. And I know there was some crazy scientific word for it, but it was like if they didn't get her help at that particular moment, she could have been up out of here. So whatever that disease was or whatever that thing that happened, that was serious. So I look at it from the standpoint of she literally her body gave everything until it was on E, and then it locked up. If Kelsey Mitchell does not go down, I believe Indiana wins, and they go on to win the title. That's just my opinion. But maybe they do have a tournament in March. Maybe I'm looking at it because I'm looking at it right here. You see at the bottom, USA Women's National Team Managing Director Sue Bird will evaluate players prior to naming a team for the 2026 FIBA Women's World Cup Champions. So maybe the FIBA is just a separate thing, and there's other tournaments. I'm not quite sure how this works when you get a U.S. team. I don't know where they go, how they travel, all that kind of stuff. So that is my ignorance. You could be right, Greg. So, but it says the FIBA, the 2026 FIBA Women's World Cup will take place from September 4th through the 13th, 2026 in Berlin. The USA team seek their 5th consecutive World Cup gold medal. So I guess they're going to play a lot of tournaments and do a lot of, one-off games and things like that. But I guess that's the real deal. So, but my point was, that's a lot of time. September 2026, that's a lot of time. And a lot of things can happen. So, not to mention, are we going to have a WNBA? if that, obviously the US team is outside of the WNBA's purview. They something separate, but still, um, it'll be interesting to see how this works with all of these players. But at this point, I believe they'll get it done. They'll get it done. Let me see. I think it's a qualifier, even though they're already qualified. Yeah, probably just like a showcase game or something like that. Going through the motions, trying to generate interest, trying to generate press and things of that nature. So it's gonna be packed with Kaylin playing. So I don't think Asia's playing in it. So um, yeah, it'll be good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just looking forward to seeing Caden Clark back on the court. But let me be honest with you, man. What I'm more excited about now is watching this NCAA women's um, season. Audi Crooks is going off. Audi Crooks was good last year. She is better this year. I want to see Olivia Miles. Hannah Hidalgo was doing exactly what I thought she was doing. She was going to do. I want to see a little bit more Lauren Betts. Silas Swords at Michigan is one of my favorites. Hannah Hidalgo is one of my favorites. You got the new girl at USC with Juju Watkins still being out. Jazzy, I think her name is Jazzy Hamilton, if I'm correct. Let me make sure that's right. But that girl is balling. That girl is picking up the slack. She is somebody. Jazzy Davidson. That's it. Jazzy Davidson for USC. Yeah, man. So she's doing it up. She is somebody that you want to watch. 22 points in 38 minutes. Look at that against Washington. So, and I think now we're just getting to the point where now we're getting some real competition. I watched the Iowa State game. That was a great game. Audi Crooks went off. She had 30, I believe. But I didn't give it too much interest because we had too many games where LSU was beating folks by 60 and 70 points. I don't want to see that. I want to see competition. I don't want to see LSU and Kim Mulkey playing against Sister Mary's that are poor. And, halftime score is 38-2 or, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just getting to the point where we're getting past all of those games, So now the competitions get a little bit more real and it's making sense. And I'm enjoying it. Like I'm enjoying Iowa State. I'm very interested to see how Malaysia for a while is going to continue to go because I'm a big South Carolina fan. South Carolina, I'm looking at that girl. Is it Okot? She's a foreign girl playing center. She's like 6'4". And she's one of them people that doesn't seem like she's comfortable in her own skin yet. Like she don't feel like she's comfortable on the court yet. But when she gets it, she's going to get it. She's going to get it. She's going to be beasting on folks in a minute. So, like I said, Silas Swords is one of my favorite. Like watching her at Michigan. Lauren Betts, man, I want to see her. Like as big as she is, Lauren Betts, I believe, is 6'6", right? She still looks, to me, still looks a little stiff. That's just my opinion. She still looks a little stiff. Michaela Blake's, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. There is a lot of people that I want to watch. What's the girl that transferred from Rutgers to Penn State? Keomi McMillan. She's another one that I want to watch because the stuff she was doing at Rutgers was ridiculous. She just didn't want to pass nobody the ball and they got pissed off at her. So they got rid of her, but I want to see what she's doing at Penn State because Penn State was hot garbage last year. Now, if you look at it, is that a team that you want to watch? Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's a lot of good stuff going on, man. A lot of good stuff. And I'm here for it, bro. I'm here for it. I watch women's basketball more than I watch men's college basketball. Hell, NBA. I don't really watch the NBA. I watch women's basketball and I watch the W. I don't even watch Unrivaled. So I got a side eye out for this Project B to see how that's gonna play out. But we'll see what works. We'll see what works. So let me see if I can get some NCAA women's scores here. That was a good game, man. That Iowa State game. Here's what I'm thinking though. And I said this. I said this the year after Caitlin Clark left Iowa. I was like, Hannah Stokey is like 6'3", right? I'm I have yet to see Hannah Stokey like take over a game. And when I say take over, what I mean is Hannah Stokey gonna post up and they got to get her the ball, as opposed to does she make her own shots and all of that type of stuff. Dude, you was a couple seconds ahead of me, man. I don't get me wrong, I like Hannah Stokey, but if can Hannah Stokey take over a game on her own? She's not going to dribble down on the point. She can get hot when they get her the ball down low. She can do some things, but I've also seen her kind of come up small, and maybe small is the wrong word. Like, and let me be honest with you. Here's a good comp. Last year in the tournament, after Juju Watkins got hurt, I thought Kiki Iriafen was going to go off, and she didn't. The game that Juju Watkins got hurt, Kiki, they fed it to her, and she went nuts. The next game, where you got a game plan, and okay, we're going to stop Kiki and make everybody else beat us. USC didn't have no answer. I think Kiki ended up with like 10, 12 points or something like that. She had a very pedestrian game. And I was expecting her to just like, all right, this is your moment. Show everybody it ain't all about Juju. Not so much. So that's what I'm seeing with Hannah Stokey. If somebody's going to get her the ball and she gets going and she gets hot, she can be a force. But it just doesn't seem like it happens like that all the time. But we'll see how it kind of goes on. Like just when I was watching this game, like I made a comment on Twitter when I watched this game. I was like, just when it thinks like Audi Crooks is going to run out of gas, she doesn't. And she just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. And they keep feeding her. And can't nobody stop her. And she got that little crisp fadeaway now. Man, come on. Ain't nobody going to be as strong as she is. If she can keep her lungs together and get up and down the court when she gets to the next level, and she gets that fade away and all of that type of stuff, man, she's going to be all right. She's going to be all right because ain't nobody as strong as her. When I look at Audi Crooks, her game reminds me a little bit. She is much better than, in my opinion, but she reminds me of Damiris Dantas for Indiana. And what I mean by that is Damiris Dantas, she had a pretty good jumper. She could hit the three every now and then. But when Damiris Dantas was guarding you down low, or when she was on the blocks and she got the ball, you could not move her. She was strong with her lower body, even though it sometimes didn't seem like it, even though she wasn't the fastest up and down the court. When she got all her spot in the paint, you could not move her. And she posted up against all of the bigs in the W, and she came out on top. You couldn't move her. She was strong like that. That's what I see when I see Audi Crocs. And I think Audi is a little bit better mid-range player, but Damiris is a much better outside shooter. But that's not my comparison was the strength down low, not the shooting ability. I think Audi's mid-range is clutch, but I think Damiris was a little bit better shooter. But if Audi keeps his pace up, dude, she just gets better every game. And like I said, as soon as you think she's going to run out of gas, she doesn't. Like, damn. So, yeah, Audi Crooks is her, man. Audi Crooks, I like watching her play. I got to get together like a top 5, like a top 10 people I like to watch. Not necessarily the best players. That's always going to be subjective. Who I say might not be who you agree with. And that's okay. This is your list. But like her, I want to see, like, I like to see Malaysia and Flaugier when they get they rhythm and they timing together and they become a duo. Because Malaysia is nasty when she wants to be, but sometimes I see the same thing that she was doing in South Carolina. And hopefully, I think Kim Mulkey's gonna get a beat on her, but LSU is nasty right now, man. Ooh, they nasty. And the more that Malaysia and Flau'jae play together, and like I say, when they become a true duo, Lord have mercy, somebody is in trouble. Somebody is in trouble. So there's a lot of them, man. Like I said, Malaysia, Flau'jae, Hannah Hidalgo. Um, it looks like Olivia Miles is still um, she gets close to them triple doubles. As that girl can pass the ball so well. She can just run the court. And I'm interested to see what she does with TCU next year. So there's a lot of good players coming out, man. Heck, even Wake Forest, when they beat Duke the other day with 5 players a couple weeks ago. I watched that game, and I was like, come on, Duke. You're supposed to be better than this, because one of my favorite players on Duke is Toby Fournier, the Canadian girl. I was watching videos of her when she was like 13, 14 years old, and she was already dunking. I'm like, somebody gonna come through here and start yanking it down. Kiki Iriafen can dunk. She just never does it. Dominique Malonga can dunk. She just never does it. The only person I've ever seen dunk in a game was what's her name? Girl from South Carolina. Ugh, why am I blanking on the name? I'm getting old, man. My memory is leaving me. Who's the girl? Madison Booker is nasty. Thank you very much. Madison Booker is for real. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And also remember, man, we still early in the season. So a lot of things can change. A lot of people can hit their peak. A lot of people they hit puberty in the middle of the season, meaning that you become self-aware of your talent. There is in all athletes, there is a mental and physical link that happens when you're playing sports at every level. And literally, it is the point at which your mind and your body connect and sync up, and you begin to realize your potential. It happened to me. It happens in, Little League. It happens in high school. It happens in college. And if you make it to the next level, it happens to the pros. And that is that moment where everything links up, and you basically just tell yourself, like, yeah, I can do this. So you kind of, when you was a freshman in high school, and all of a sudden you playing on varsity, and then you killing folks on varsity, and all of a sudden everything sinks, and you're like, ooh, I can do this. Then you go to college, and it rinse and repeat. You a freshman at college, and you playing against seniors and people that's going to the NFL or NBA or whatever. Same thing happened to me when I was playing football. Went down to Eastern Kentucky, and I was just a kid from Cincinnati. You had guys from Florida, and we had guys that went to the pros. They was from Florida and Georgia and all that kind of stuff. I was some kid from Cincinnati, and I got my opportunity. As soon as I stepped on the field, I never stepped off. But you hit that moment, you get that play where everything aligns and your mind and your body sync, and it says, I can do this. Happened the same thing when I was in the pros. My first game with the Eagles, we played in Tokyo, the American Bowl in Tokyo against the Saints. And my assignment was to pass block. If ain't nobody coming, you're the check down. And sure enough, did nobody come? I'm helping out the tackle. I was kind of jogged back a couple yards, and I kind of sat there. If the quarterback didn't see nobody open, he's supposed to dump it to me. He dumped it to me. I immediately get like a 40-yard gain in the pro level. And then that's the thing that says, you know what? I can do this. I can play here. I belong. That's what it happens at every level. So while we're still early with some of these ladies that are playing now, that still happens. I forgot AZ Fudd. AZ Fudd and Sarah Strong. Man, that's a hard combo to beat, y'all. That's a hard combo to beat. Because as much as I like AZ Fudd, Sarah Strong is the best college player in the country, in my opinion. Period. For her to do what she did last year, I know AZ Fudd won the most valuable player of the tournament or something like that. I thought what Sarah Strong did in the tournament as a true freshman was absolutely incredible. Not taking nothing away from AZ Fudd, but a true freshman dominated like that, and she only getting better. She only getting better. But right now, AZ Fudd and Sarah Strong are lit. They are going to be hard to beat. If UConn stays healthy, they will repeat. They will repeat. because they are UConn right now is clicking on a level that I don't see too many teams. Notre Dame has gotten there, but they don't stay there. USC is not there anymore. UCLA is not there. LSU, they still learning each other. So in my opinion, they are not there right now. And you got a couple other teams that are probably up there, but right now, um, UConn, to say UConn is operating on all cylinders now is like, that's a gross understatement. Especially as long as AZ and Sarah Strong stay healthy, bro, they're gonna be hard to beat. They're gonna be hard to beat, but we'll see. Because everybody get a turn, man. Anybody can get got. Anybody can get got, man. So, what's up, man? Yeah, King Schwabi, I've been dipping in depth. I've been doing. I haven't done a lot of lives on the Hoops channel, but I've been producing content and posting stuff. So I'm trying to do that. It's hard because it's so hot and heavy with the NFL, and the Eagles looks like they're going to go in the playoffs, but they having struggles and all of that type of stuff, man. So I'm trying to keep it balanced. But I saw the news with the U.S. basketball team, and everybody was going gaga over Caitlin Clark hitting some threes, and I'm like, yo, pump your brakes, man. She was in practice. I know she can hit threes in practice. So let's chill out until we go get some competition, and we see what's what. We see what's real. And I have no doubt that she's gonna light it up, but I still want to see it against real competition. So, and I'm saying that as a Caitlin Clark fan. I'm a big Caitlin Clark fan, but I also know, I know what it is. I know what game speed is. I know what real competition is, opposed to practice. So, I'm happy to see her on the court, but I'm pumping my brakes a little bit. I have reserved enthusiasm. That's what I have. That's what I call it. Reserved enthusiasm. Texas Longhorns are the best team in college basketball. We might agree to disagree, but I'm not going to argue with you. If that's your opinion, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all because Texas is nasty. But I still think I would put my money on UConn if they met, and they probably will meet. So, but it's a lot of good teams, man. It's a lot of good teams, bro. A lot of good teams. You think Maddie Booker is the best player in college basketball? She ain't no slouch. That's for damn sure. But I still think, honestly, I'm giving my money. I'm putting my money on Sarah Strong. Yeah, and I think one of the things that people don't talk about is a lot of people don't give AZ Fudd credit for how quick she is. She don't get a lot of credit for that. They talk about other things, being a good player, and they just, I don't know. It just seems to me, in my opinion, that aspect of her game sometimes gets lost in the shuffle, and it shouldn't, because she is lightning quick. Is she like Kelsey Mitchell quick? Not quite. But even being in that type of conversation, bruh. I don't know what just happened, but there we go. But yeah, man, I'm not mad at it. I mean, you got your favorites and roll with it. I ain't there no wrong answers. You know how I do. Um, there are no wrong answers in this game. None. Oh, what happened? We lost Twitter. I don't know how that just happened. No, they're on there. You are live. Yeah, that's weird. So yeah, man. I'm happy now that we are knee deep in women's college basketball. So what we got tonight? St. Bonnie and Mercyhurst, um, East Texas A&M and McNeese, Wright State, Canisius. I'm going to a game in January. I'm going to see Villanova um, versus Xavier of Ohio. Xavier's coming to town. I'm gonna go see that game. My little cousin is an assistant coach for Xavier, so I'm gonna go support her and watch that game. Plus, that'll be my first time going to not my first time, but It's been a long time since I've been to a women's college basketball game. So, uh, hell, last time I went to a women's college basketball game, I was in college. I went to the EKU game. So, but I will be at Xavier at Villanova. So that should be fun. South Carolina State and Alabama State. They're just getting started. Maine at Fairfield, Southeast Louisiana, Houston Christian, Texas Tech and Washington State. Any ranked teams tonight? Doesn't look like it. Nah, I don't think we got any ranked teams tonight. Wright State, Canisius, SIU, Valparaiso. Damn, Valparaiso's 0-9. Oof. Good Lord. Yeah, nobody's ranked tonight, so slow night. Slow night. What are the rankings, though? UConn, number 1. Texas, number 2. Texas got 9 votes. Texas got 9 votes, dude. So he was doing it. He was doing it. Something just happened to my Twitter feed. Let me see something. Let me see if I can put it back in there. I don't know. I don't know exactly what happened. There we go. That was weird. So, coaches poll, UConn's number 1. So that's funny. The AP, UConn got 23 votes. Texas got 9. In the coaches poll, UConn got 28. Texas only got 3. South Carolina is ranked number 3. That's good. UCLA is number 4. 2 through 10, that's a toss-up. That's a toss-up. Texas, South Carolina, UCLA, LSU, Michigan, Maryland, TCU, Oklahoma, Iowa State, and Iowa. And that Iowa State-Iowa game was a barn burner. That was good. So Iowa moved up. North Carolina dropped 1. Where's Duke? Duke might not even be ranked anymore. Nope. Duke ain't even in the top 25. So they dropped down there. Michigan State snuck up there. Ole Miss, Tennessee, Notre Dame. I thought Notre Dame would be higher. They dropped 1. But I mean, like I said, it's early. It's early. It's the same thing, like I say with any other sport, man. As long as you, when you get to the show, when you get in the game, that's all that matters. So when they get to the tournament, when they get playoff time, that's the only thing that matters, man. The rest of this nonsense is just nonsense. They don't care. I don't care how you get there, as long as you get there. As long as you get there, because once you get to the tournament, once you get to the playoffs, everybody's slate is wiped clean and anything can happen. Anybody can get got. Anybody can get got in this league, man. So I'm looking forward to it, man. This is it'll be good. But heck, now this was supposed to be a Caitlin Clark returns to U.S. basketball. Now we own college basketball, and it's just, yeah, man, they on and popping. I'm trying to get something set up for my nephew. My nephew he played in Indonesia for 2 years or 2 seasons. He's played in Australia for 2 seasons. He's been in the Dominican. He's played in, where else did he play? He played in China, I believe. He played in, right now he's in the Mongolian league. He's in Mongolia playing basketball. So he's traveled the world. He's following after his uncle. Because when I played in the World League, I used to tell everybody we traveled all around the world. That was the best education I ever could have got. He's doing the same thing. He's doing the same thing, making good money, traveling around the world, doing what he loves to do. So proud of him. And I hope to broadcast one of his games when it's on Facebook or something like that. I can do that. But they got that crazy, the time swap. I think it's almost like a 12-hour difference. So it might be a situation where it's like 1 or 2 in the morning or something goofy like that. So, but yeah, I plan on doing that. So hopefully I can get it to align where the schedules work, man. But you know how it is with the holidays coming up. But we'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. So, but listen, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. I just wanted to talk about that real quick. Caitlin Clark, the women's game, college game. College is heating up. So excited for that. And my Eagles are still in the thick of things in the hunt. Going through a little rough time right now, but that's the way it goes. Everybody get a turn. So And I'm officially this is what I tell y'all. I'm officially on vacation. Yes, USC and UConn coming up on Sunday. I got to check that time because the Eagles play at 3, I believe, and we supposed to have some bad weather. So um, I have to check. Let me see. Schedule. Thank you for letting me know that. Schedule Sunday, December 14th. Um, Baylor and Texas. That'll be a good game. That's at 1 o'clock. Toledo and Ohio State. Western Kentucky to Eastern Michigan. IU. Stony Brook. Kentucky at Belmont. This is women's. Yeah, this is women's. I don't see it. I know it's got to be here. You just who's so Baylor at Texas is at 1 o'clock. What time did you say? USC at UConn. I don't see that here. I don't see it on the ESPN schedule. USC at UConn. I don't see it. Is it Saturday? I don't know. UConn at USC. Okay. That's Sunday. Let me see. Fine. UConn. No, I don't see it. They're not on the page. Oh, on Saturday. Okay. Okay. I was about to say. I know I ain't crazy. On Saturday on Fox at 5. 5 o'clock. There we go. UConn versus USC. Yep. On Fox. Yep. Okay. Gotcha. Glad we got that straightened out. I'm gonna be checking it out. That'll be a good one. I'm expecting UConn to take that one. Um, but that'll be a good test for Jazzy. That'll be a real good test for her. So so yeah, we got basketball on the brain, man. Basketball on the brain. But everything's getting good. I want to see more of it. I want to see more of these young ladies put it down on the court because it's starting to get exciting now. Starting to get competitions, starting to level up, and it's the way it's supposed to be, man. That's what I'm talking about. So, but before that, what I was telling you guys was, um, I am on vacation to the rest of the year. So I'm on vacation. So what I'm going to be doing is I will have the opportunity to start live streaming and doing content midday in the middle of the day. I see so many people put stuff out in the morning um, and get like really good response and so I'm gonna mess around with some stuff and I'm gonna go live in the morning starting next Monday. So I haven't quite figured that out. Probably like I'm thinking of like maybe 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning because that's the time I see a lot of these shows and they get really good numbers. So I'm gonna try it out, see what happens. So just experimenting, trying to find ways to grow, trying to find ways to hook audience and continue to grow the channel. I'm getting a lot of organic growth. Organic growth means that I'm not growing like super fast, but the people that do tune in to me and subscribe to me, like they stay with me. And they really like what I'm doing and they really give a lot of feedback because the one thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build an audience and with a back and forth and have conversations, not monologues. So, um, so yeah, I've been known to drop the link in if somebody wants to come on and talk about their team. You're more than welcome to do that. I do that stuff all the time, just for future reference. This is what it looks like, and most of the time, you will have an open invitation. Let me see. Drop the link. So when you see this, when you see that, that means I dropped the link. That means you can click on the link. It'll bring you into my room and I can get you on live. So if you got comments, if you got something to say, if you got a hot take, if you got an opinion, we can hear it. When I do this, you do not, let me repeat, You do not have to be on camera. You can turn your camera off and I can still hear you. Because I know a lot of people don't want to be on camera. On my other channel on Pro Fan Talk, a lot of times I might get ladies on. Sometimes the ladies don't want to be on camera. That's cool. Just don't turn your camera on and it'll just be like a radio call-in show. So we'll see you like your little thumbnail, but we'll hear you loud and clear. So if anybody wants to come on, give your opinion, hot takes, and all that kind of stuff, regardless of what I'm talking about, you're more than welcome to do that. Whenever I drop that link, if anybody wants to come on now, you got it. I'm only going to be on for about another 5 minutes unless somebody come on and you want to talk for a little bit. But I'm surprised now that I just got finished talking for 40 minutes. We on 41 minutes now. And I was like, damn, it goes fast when you have that. So that's why I like inviting people on. Get your thoughts in, get your comments in, especially like after a game or at halftime or something like that. So that's always fun, man. So if don't nobody want to curse, just for future reference, invite your friends. I talk to all type of fans. Even though I'm an Indiana Fever fan, I talk to everybody. As long as you don't go toxic on me, we good. Talk your talk. If your team beat my team, talk your talk. Now's the time to do it. I'm a former pro player, used to play with the Eagles, so my perspective is a little bit different in all sports. I'm talking from somebody that's been in the locker room. It doesn't matter what sport you play. Sometimes what you see in the locker room, that dynamic is familiar. So I always have a kind of a different perspective from that point of view. So, but I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody for jumping in, man. I appreciate that. I'm real excited about the basketball. Let me know what you think about the intro. Got some more stuff. I'm keeping the song, but I might mess with the graphics a little bit in the video. So that'll be changing. But the song is tight. I like that. So we're gonna keep that going. But I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Enjoy y'all weekend. I hope y'all get all y'all Christmas shopping done this weekend, so you ain't got to go out and do nothing stupid and be out in that madness. So enjoy your holidays. I was putting up Christmas lights today. I'm gonna finish them up tomorrow. And I will talk to y'all later. All right. Y'all have a good one. Be good. And let me see. Am I going to end it with the theme? Yeah, I'm going to end it with the theme. So holla at y'all later. Peace.
Check the mic, 1, 2, we clear, ready to transmit. Pro fan hoops on the court, we got the game lit. Not talking highlight reels just for the common glance. We talking dedicated skills, taking every chance. From logo threes to rebounds, Chicago got the me-bounds. Asia got 3 chips, Las Vegas Aces in the town. You tune into the channel if you want to get the facts. Women's basketball is fire, no need to relax.